Hunt. I was born and raised in Memphis, Tennessee. Came out here to Houston, really to make a difference in a way. I was brought the opportunity to help change lives last year, and so I've been doing this for roughly like a year and a half just now. But I started my company, Grace and Glory Financials. What we manage is asset protection, but we have a very unique twist of financial literacy that we focus on within the community. And that's more so what I'll be talking about is the financial literacy aspect of it all. All right, so now with the financial literacy aspect, just to kind of like back up a little bit, for myself, why it's so important to me, I grew up with my mom, like we talked about finances and everything. It was good, it was okay. But of course, she's like no expert. She doesn't know everything. So as I grew up and I ended up going out getting credit cards, securing these loans and things like that, all right, I was making horrible decisions. All right, I was making horrible decisions, running up all my credit, all right, making unstable payments, everything. It just was not the way to go. All right, and it really just made me think like, okay, people aren't taught this stuff. Like, we aren't really taught this stuff in school, and so we need to do something different, okay? Hence my company, which is where we focus on our framework of GRIPS, all right? It's the 5 pillars that we believe to really secure your future. It's called G for growth, R for retirement, I for income, P for protection, and S for savings. All right, so when you have that solid grip on your finances, then you're able to make a difference. Really see that your picture is strong for the future. So what we do is we take that class, so I would break it down into a 5-week course. I'm currently working with the Pearland Bible College down the street. All right, if y'all haven't been there, I definitely recommend that place. All right, so working with them, I'm actually teaching a 5-week course there on the topics, but we pretty much go over like different types of growth accounts, retirement accounts, how you start those retirement accounts, some of the intricacies of that, income, different types of income, different types of protection, and different ways to save as well. So different ways to save, and the best part that I think about this is that we kind of tailor it towards you. We understand that people see money differently, all right? Everybody has their own unique perspective and the way that they attack it. So we help to kind of like break down your particular money mindset and style so that we can tailor your learning for you and also tailor your financial growth plan for you. So it's not like a one-size-fits-all type of experience. But yeah, that's pretty much, that's the gist, that's the most of it. I don't know how much time that I have left.
You're not even at 3 minutes.
I'm
You
not.
got 2. You
I'm
totally
sorry.
can
Okay, I
just
can
talk
actually. All right,
anymore.
all right, all right, all right. Let me.
Give us an example. Give us an example of a successful outcome from one of your clients.
Let's see, that's tough because I feel like successful is no different for everybody. But for me, I think success will be when you can understand the topics, right? Like, so when I'm going out to the Pearland Bible College and I'm explaining, hey, you have different type of retirement accounts that you could be taking advantage of, and they only know about 401ks, or they maybe just know about Roth IRA. And I'm saying, hey, look, you can only put $7,500 into this account. What? You can put $7,500 in that account? Like, so for me, the light bulb is the success for me. Of course, like I said, we asset protection. So, we deal with insurance, finances, legal structure. So that's the gist of the asset protection side of things. But ultimately, like, I'm just trying to break down how those things work in your everyday life and how it's bigger than just a small monthly amount each month. And how it's really going to affect you in the future.
I know it's not officially Q&A, but
Nigga, please,
We're
like, yeah, I'm about to say,
basically done. So we're moving into Q&A.
yeah, I gave you the
We'll have
story,
time
gave
for
you boom.
Q&A.
Yes, please, please,
It's all
please.
different today. It's all good.
so my next question is this more about teaching the habits or is it like more about the education piece?
I say it's a mix. It's a good mix. I know it sounds like like the usual answer, but as far as like with the habits, like we do teach you have to build a system, all right, and that's ultimately also like what the GRIPS framework really tries to put into your head is that like you need a system to where you're not thinking all the time. I don't know about everybody else, but I get executive dysfunction like bad. Like when I have too many things to do at one time, you just start making bad decisions. All right, so building that system really makes it easier, definitely with your money, to just autopilot. You don't think about it, so you're not making those bad decisions. So we do push a lot into like the systems and the habits that you're building, as well as like the education of understanding what it is that you are doing. All right, and that you're able to like try to have a conversation about it. You know, financial literacy and money is just a topic that most people try to stray away from. Not many people are comfortable talking about it, but I feel like with the space being provided there with my business and with the people that get involved, you're really able to like just feel comfortable, and that's it. Just feel comfortable, and that's also, I guess I add that part too. All right, so just to give a little bit more insight as to why I chose grace and glory, in particular, all right, the words just mean a lot to me. Grace for the courteous goodwill. I feel like that's extremely important when it comes to the financial services space. You need to be able to talk to people, all right, and actually like meet them at their level in order to get them past something that they're likely uncomfortable with. And you also have glory, all right, that high state of accomplishment or sense of achievement that you've received after you've went through the graceful education and the teachings. All right, boom, now you're in a place of glory where you're going to be able to utilize all that knowledge. Yes.
How do you make money?
Okay, so now we're looking into the asset protection side. All right, so actually,
In terms of a business.
So insurance.
Okay.
All right. So multiple things, but like speaking events. So me doing the classes, scheduling classes, doing my curriculum. That's one way. The second way is to sell insurance. All right. So I do a couple of different, term, whole, IUL policies, things like that. As well as legal business structure. So for personal and for business too. So if anyone needs lawyers, they need wills, they need trust set up, we pretty much go and help them with that as well. So those will be the lanes in which how I can get paid throughout this.
Cool. Do you do it under a larger insurance company, I'm assuming?
Yeah. We work with several companies nationwide, Transamerica, Gerber, Alliance, and stuff like that. So we work with several big name companies throughout that process too.
And where do you teach this at, and how much does the course cost? You said 5 weeks?
Yeah, it can really change depending on how the schedule works out for the establishment that I'm at. For like the Pearland Bible College, it works out that I can go there once a week, do an hour, so it's a 5-week course. Of course, if it was something like maybe I only got 5 hours in a week. All right, cool. It's a 5 hour, that's how we would do it. But as far as, wait a minute, rewind. Ask the last part of that question again. Break this one.
How long is it?
How long? Well, it's 5 weeks. Where do I do it at? Any sort of like institution, honestly, like businesses, which is another reason why I came out. So for you all as a small business, for you all as employees and things like that, all right, I do have this opportunity available. And as far as how much it costs, I'm actually currently not having too many numbers attached to it because I do have the selling portion attached to it. I don't think it's necessarily fair for me to go in and charge you to talk to your people and then charge again, like with the services. So right now, the current thing is just like, let me just come teach, talk, and then the people who are willing to listen and want to do something, then they'll make that decision, and then we'll get paid that way.
So you said it's 5 weeks, so I guess one
1 hour.
day out of the week, 1 hour out of the week.
Right.
And then what are the various 5 topics that you're covering?
Nice. All right, so that's the 5 pillars: the growth accounts, the retirement accounts, income protection, and savings. Yeah, so we go into detail on each one for the hour at a time. And we even do creative things, all right, to kind of really push that education part too. 2 things that I recently did. One is this story. I know the 3 little pigs, right? Everybody's familiar. All right, so really working on pushing out this the type of concept of how they could be applied to your financial house. All right, so you got the 3 pigs building up their houses. 2 of the pigs was kind of lazy. All right, maybe these are the type of people that just went and got loans. All right, maybe they probably just have one type of savings account that they use. Boom, so you have a straw house. All right, the big bad wolf, debt and inflation, came by, blew your house down. All right, then you move over to maybe like sticks, or you have maybe a few more accounts and a little bit more stable, but you're still having leaks come out. So the big bad wolf, inflation and debt, has came in and blew your house down. All right, and then we also have the brick house. All right, that's the house that they did everything. They got all their accounts right. Their grip score is strong. All right, and they have a fine financial house. We also have I also created like this other game. It's a card game, regular playing cards and dice. And the game, it's kind of, I recently did it. So the game teaches like leverage, debt management, risk, all from just the cards and the dice. I wish we could have got into it a little bit more, but like it's a pretty exciting game. The class loved it, but yeah, really pushing to just like make the education as accessible and understandable as possible.
Tell us more about the grip score.
Yeah. Okay, so the grip score is 10 questions. All right, 2 questions for each pillar. Yes or no questions that just kind of get you a good sense of where you are. I guess I could just ask it, just take a quick second. No, do you invest for your future? As far as like with our growth accounts, do you take advantage of any accounts? Let me see. What type of retirement accounts are you using? Do you know your retirement score? Do you know how much you need to retire? Do you only have one source of income or multiple sources of income? If one of your incomes stopped, could you cover at least 3 months of bills with another source of income? Protection, do you have life insurance, a will? Do you have life insurance? The second question is, do you have a will, power of attorney, estate planning done for yourself, and savings? Do you have at least 3 months of bills saved up? And do you save every month on purpose? So kind of going back to like the habits and the education part. So that's kind of like where that score comes in, because me asking do you know your retirement score? Do you save every month on purpose? Like, do you invest? Or do you grow your money? These are just the questions to get a better mindset, get a better idea of the mindset of the person and how we could better improve that. But yeah, those questions there, just yes or no, tally it up, 2 for every yes, or 1 for every no, and that'll end up coming out to the grip score.
Excellent question.
I love that.
Yeah,
Thank you.
So when you're teaching about retirement and investing for that retirement, do you go over the details of different kinds of funds and how that impacts them, and the front loaded and like just all the because there's a lot of nuance there.
It's
I
a
feel
lot.
that's more than 1 hour class right there.
Yes. All right. So of course, every type of like account, every product has their intricacies and things like that. So it is kind of hard to get into the details of everything, which that's why I look for setting up one-on-one sessions to see what actually applies for your situation and what would benefit you. But of course, like the classroom session, we'll keep it a bit broad, but we'll go into detail a bit on the accounts. With the retirement accounts, we pretty much talk about the different ones that there are, how they are taxed now, taxed later, options, and that's really what you want to look at when you're taking advantage of these accounts. Even like how much money you're putting into it each month, and even like the limits, statutes that you cannot, what you can do, what you can't do, the flexibility, all right, and everything. So we go into some detail, but just not like everything that you would need to know, like fees and this, that, and the other.
So then you would offer one-on-one coaching at a fee to like.
No, not at a fee. No, just schedule your time with me. All right, we'll see what your situation is. We'll see what we can work out, how we can make it better. All right, if there's room for me to personally come in and help, great. But if not, and it's just that you need to go somewhere else, all right, this is the things that you need to do. Go talk to that person, get in a better position.
Do you have recommendations for investing, like different groups that you like, or
Not investing, because I don't have a securities license, so I can't really say too much about investing. Now, in the growth class, we do talk a little bit about like brokerage accounts and like stocks and stuff like that, because that is a great account to take advantage of, get a lot of upside growth, but still get a lot of downside as well. So. We talk about that. We also did another thing too with basketball. So I pretty much turned like basketball into understanding stocks a bit better. With how like the PG is more like your like BTI, VOO, and that's probably just too much right now. But anyway, I did a basketball analogy to kind of help break down stocks. So it's not just that, even though I specialize in insurance, I'm not just trying to push insurance. I just want the people to really understand the accounts and the products that's available and what they could do with them.
Do you have a target audience, age group?
I'd say probably around like 18 to 45 will be like target range. They have a good amount of time, but honestly, it's not really an age range. If you feel like you need some assistance, if you could grow a little bit more from your situation, it's never too late to learn. Never too late to apply the principles and everything as well.
So how long, I might have missed the beginning, so how long have you had this business? How long have you been doing this?
A year and a half.
A year and a half, okay.
Yeah, I've been doing this for a year and a half now. Excited to see where it goes. I plan on at least doing this for like at least another 10 years, at least. So I'm here entrenched to do something different.
Just an idea, so I'm getting ready to retire in a few years, starting a business and stuff like that. But my biggest concern going into retirement is reducing my risk
Okay.
and my exposure, because you hear about all these things that happen to people that lose money and
Like right when they're trying to retire. Right.
hack into your account or all that stuff. And so that's my biggest worry. So I have a friend that is IT is sort of helping me reduce my risk,
Okay.
hiding some of the things, seeing some of the things that like he said, Randy, why do you have this app they're charging you $5 a month for? I'm like, I've never even heard of that. So we got to delete it. And so I didn't even know. And so he was able to search to see how much risk I have and things that I could do to prevent people. Like another good example they told me is my email address has my name on it, Randy Tellis. And he says, you shouldn't have that. You should change that to something where nobody knows who that is. And so reducing my risk as I get into retirement and then really protecting my retirement. So anyway,
So you said idea in the beginning of that, and I like that. So is this like, do you know like what type of software was used with him?
No, he's an IT guy, so I just gave him my phone, my laptop, and he just started searching and starts working on whatever he
Okay. Now I do know that there's a few different like applications and software that can really help dial in on what's going out and what's coming in, because it can kind of get hard to see sometimes. Definitely with multiple accounts. I use an app called Origin Financial. They have like a pretty cool AI feature inside. I think right now they have like $1 for 6 months or for a year. So just in case y'all want to take advantage of that. But it has an AI component attached to it. You put in all your accounts. You can put in like your retirement accounts, your insurance accounts, checking, savings, all that type of stuff. And what it'll do is like look at your full picture, give you a breakdown. See, all right, look, you have X amount of dollars going out each month on Starbucks, all right, but your goal is to save for this. So that's what I use to kind of help do something similar to that. But mitigating your risk definitely as you get older and like looking to retire is extremely important, which is why we look into that legal structure part as well that has some identity theft and monitoring as well attached to it. Yeah, so we definitely understand the importance of that part as well.
So you said you want to do this like you're entrenched for at least 10 years or whatever. So what do you see as the growth in your company? Like where do you see yourself going? Like you've only been doing this a year and a half, but
Yeah.
where do you want to see yourself in the next year, in the next 5 years or so?
I say at least like within the next 5 years. If we're already in one place. We have a class there. I want to say at least 3. I feel like we can at least get 3 more places where we're teaching our curriculum, and maybe even like about 3 years. Hopefully, I can at least let's say 5, no, 5 more instructors. I want to say I would like within the next 3 years that we have at least like 5 more businesses that we're teaching to, and as well as like 5 new instructors. Like I was able to at least like build out and get someone else to start teaching on my behalf and everything. So I'll say that much. Keep it slight.
So are you the only one in your company right now, or do you have someone else working with you?
We have someone out in Tennessee currently, but that's it so far. It's myself in Texas, my partner that's in Tennessee, but definitely working, growing to expand that out and make as much change as possible.
So with this expansion, you're talking outside this community as well, then?
Yes. Yes. Yeah, the plan is to go everywhere. If we can touch every state and have something in every state, that would be ideal. Like a million cups, we want to change a million lives. Honestly, honestly.
Right. Any other questions for Mr. Kheadrick? All right, well, we do have one more for you. So yes,
This is
thank
fine.
you. And we do have one more question. So how
Okay.
can we as a community help you?
Nice. Well, you can just like say, hey, I know this school. They would definitely like your services. Just put in a good word for me. Honestly, that's all you have to do. Just put in a good word. If anything that I said up here just like resonates or makes a little bit of sense, just put in a good word for me. All right. If you have any other businesses, any like schools, any like group of students that you feel like will benefit from learning more about financial literacy, just say, hey, look, I got this guy. He can come out, teach for you guys. He's real cool. He's kind of handsome. All right. You don't got to add the last part, but yeah, you could do that though.
All right, well, thank you. And yeah.
Are there certain businesses or organizations that you're interested in
Working with?
partnering?
No business in particular.
Or type of industry or?
I feel like you could check me if I'm wrong here, but like when it comes to the financial literacy aspect of it, that's us giving information to give you more peace, security, clarity and everything. So that's something that's universal. It's not necessarily has to be applied to a particular like gas business or manufacturing business of some sort. If you're a person, you have money, you are the person I want to talk to.
Maybe, what size audience do you need, for example? Like, I'm a business of one, what's your ideal? Like, you said you're
Ideal
at a
size?
Bible college right now?
Yeah,
And
in which
so with that, like,
those numbers they vary between I would say at least 4. Honestly, like if there's at least 4 people that can absorb the knowledge, then cool. Because then I can interact with those 4, maybe like put teams against each other and everything. So it can be a little bit more interactive. And money is a boring topic, all right? So if I'm just talking to you and you're not giving me any energy, it's just no. I need probably at least 4 people to kind of break up the energy.
Okay. And I think I saw another hand. So like I said, today's a different day. So keep asking questions for a few more
Yes.
minutes. We'll just come back to it. It's okay.
Fantastic. So how do you compare to Dave Ramsey's financial literacy course?
Well, no, Dave. He's not. He's a bit He's a advocate for like life insurance and things like that. But he definitely is more against a lot of life insurance. So no, he's more of a do term, invest the rest. And which that's a solid strategy, solid plan. It fits for some people. But that's the biggest thing. I don't believe in just like generalized statements that it's just like, hey, you should just be doing this. Like again, like your particular situation is your thing. So you may need something a little bit longer term than just like maybe like a term and invest in the difference. And some people also just don't have the right habits already set up to invest the difference. So I like them. I listen to them. But one of my friends, he's a heavier investor than I am, and he lives by Dave Ramsey. He loves him so much.
All right. Okay. Any last questions? It's okay. We can hang out a little bit longer. So thank you, Kheadrick. Appreciate that.
And you said how can people find me? Is that what's the next question?
Yeah. No. Well, how can we help you? But you can say how people can find you. Go ahead.
You can do my LinkedIn, Kheadrick Hunt on LinkedIn, and it's my name. Kheadrick Hunt. Yeah, that's my name on LinkedIn. You can find me there. And that will honestly be the best way. I'm reformatting my Instagram right now, so it's something a little bit different. So LinkedIn will be the best way.
All right. Well, thank you.